This is Matt's from the Comic Haul crew, and we're back again. This time we're with a catch-up haul of books that I've gotten over the last month that I have not had a chance to do a video on. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I've got one long box full of comic books that I have not done a haul on. So instead of me going through that long box, I said, you know what, I'm going to pull some of the good books that I've bought and I will put them in this haul for you. One reason why is went to a huge half off sale probably about this time last month, and was able to get a slew of books. So just about all of the books with the exception of a couple, everything's half off. So needless to say, I'm kind of ballistic this month. This is probably the worst month of spending I've had in a while. So I am glad that we're rounding out the con season for me, because after next week, and by the time you see this is probably be right before we get ready for the Atlanta Comic Convention. Not the con, but convention up at the, I think it's the Holiday Inn or Hyatt Hotel, one of them. It's I'm glad it's over, because this is probably one of the craziest months of spending I've had in a while. This is clearly post-pandemic spending. Well, we're technically still in the pandemic, but you know, y'all know what I mean. Post getting out spending. All right, so let's get right down to business here. We have Dr. Doom and Submariner, supervillain team up. We have 3 of these. They are issues 9, 10, and 11. All of these I got for $2.50 a piece. All of these are in good conditions. These were the better ones that were in the box, so I picked these up. These can also sometimes pop you for 20, 25, and 50, anywhere from 10 to about $25, depending on where you're at. So to get these at the price I did, I was more than thrilled, so I took advantage of it. All right, and we're going to kind of roll through this. Some of these I just had not had the time to bag and board. And I'm sorry if y'all hear me going in my long box, but I'm going to probably be putting these things back as I go, because it's just tiring going back through it. All right, so we've also got not one, but two Wolverine 17s. Both of these are in pretty good shape. I think one is a little bit worse for wear. I'm gonna stand here so y'all can get that glare out of here. But you know, these are tough ones to find out in a while in good shape, and I was able to find both of these actually in a dollar bin at a store in South Georgia. So I was able to get this here for both for $1. So I picked them up and got out of there. So it's 3 copies of that particular issue. All right, find where I want to put these at. We'll sit these right here. All right, and next up, I don't see these boys too often, but of course, you know I had to pick them up. We've got Beavis and Butthead 15. I've never even seen that issue, so I picked it up. I was like, oh, this is a spring break issue. I've never seen it before, so I just went ahead and grabbed it. It was in high grade. Not too often you see Beavis and Butthead that far down the line in high grade, so I picked it up. All right, next up, this was a great pickup here. This is got this right here. This was $3. We've got Books of Doom, and we also had another Books of Doom 1 and another Books of Doom 1. Both of these books I was able to pick up at just under cover price, and so I was like, wow. You know, I was actually in a box looking for Black Panther comics, and for some strange reason I kept going all the way back to the front of the bees, and lo and behold, this was actually sitting, somebody actually hit them and set them all the way in the back. So went ahead and I picked them all up. This was unbeknownst to me right before the books took off, and so now of course they're way more than what at the time when I got them for. This is like maybe a week or two after I think I got them. That's when everybody started looking for this book. So I went ahead and I got them, and thank goodness I got them before it got out of hand, because I actually saw I actually saw one of those going for at the Atlanta Comic Con, going for about $150. So definitely a buyer's market when it comes to those. People are definitely looking for them. All right, so we have Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme #1. We have Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme #1, and we have Doctor Strange 1 in 25 Sorcerer Supreme #1. So both got all of these for what you see there, and was thrilled. So got them. Yep. All right. Next up, this is the most cleanest copy of the book that and you'll see why I said that in just a second. That I went ahead and got. I've got a lot of these off of a website. Somebody sold me issues all the way up to like 44 some odd. So, but this is Milk #8, and so I've got like a massive run of those now. So I'm just kind of trying to get the first few of them. But this is about as clean as it's getting. I'm not putting any of the other issues up there because a little bit too risque even for my standards. So Milk #8. This was the pick of the lot that I said I put up. Next up, I just keep picking these up every time I see them. I'm picking them up. I got these for $2. One here and one there. This was half off, part of that half off deal. So I just got those. They were big at one time. I just went ahead and grabbed it just in case things change. So I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and get it. So, and kudos to this store owner here, man. And kudos, because this was actually priced higher than this about a year or two ago, and he went back, as you can see here, and repriced it less than what it was. So shout out to him, because I knew he had this book already. So he went back and repriced the book. So you don't see that too often in this day and age. So all right, we've got G.I. Joe Special Missions #1, $1. And we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. Oh, excuse me, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Meet Archie #1. And that was $2.50. All right, and some of these are some stuff I picked up as I was out and about. Here's one. This is Zatanna #1. I did not have this, so I went ahead and grabbed it because Zatanna covers tend to be a little pricey, especially those #1s. Tend to be a little bit on the 20-ish, 15, 20, 25-ish deal. And I was like, nah, I'm not paying all that. So I got it for $7. I'll take the $7, and we'll make that $7 work. Also got this at cover price. This is 1 in 25. Apparently this is my second or third copy of this. I just really like that cover. So added that to the stash again. These books around here. And believe it or not, we're rolling through this here. This is a way quicker than I normally move. But we've got a Edge of Spider-Verse #2. This is the fifth printing. So glad to have gotten that. Got that at a decent price. Nothing astronomical. Fifth printing. I already have a first printing, but I try to find obscure printings from time to time. So I have first, third, and fifth. Let's see here. All right, next up we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1. This is from Marvel. Had never seen it, or at least I hadn't seen this one out in the wild. I've seen the other one, but I've never seen this one, so I picked it up. Also got this at cover price, which was shocking in 2021 to find this at cover price. Incredible Hulk 92. I want to say this is like like on the precipice of World War Hulk. There's something to this, man. I can't quite remember. Planet Hulk begins. Something goes on here. But picked it up for like 92. I know this one kind of goes for a little something, so picked this one up for. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Picked this up for a cover price. Issue number 92. Oh Lord, have mercy. This is why you keep it in Mylar, so that you don't ding the book. So, all right. So there we go. Thank goodness for Mylar. Thank goodness for thick Mylars. So, whew, that was looking at it now in the light, like, whew, that was close. All right. We also have some Cherries Jubilee, and these are tough to find in good high grades, and found those in good high grades. So we've got issue 4 and 2. I was able to get these, scored both of these at $4 a piece. Of course, y'all know how I roll. Archie 150, everything's Archie 152. Good condition. I always pick them up if I see them in good condition. These issues are a trip. So, all right. Next up, we've got paid $1 for this. I think this is like one of the last few issues of Marvel Comics Presents. This is like right there in the final few issues, but I was able to get it for $1, so I just picked it up. Nice, clean, simple cover, nothing over the top. So. They didn't even try on those last few. Now these I know they had these are low grade at the lowest, but I was like, you know what, I'll pick them up because I don't see them too often. These are Sergeant Fury number 6, and I got another one in there somewhere. I'm not sure if I took it out or not, but you know, I just like, you know, it's early, Sergeant Fury, and we'll just make that work. we'll just make it work. And I ended up getting it for, let me see what I get this for, $5. Recent pickup, I've got 2 of these. The other one is in the long box, but Star Wars High Republic number 6. Just picked that up. I think at the time I just was picking them up when I got word that it was doing pretty good. We've got Binky. Was it Binky? Yeah, Binky and his buddies. Of course, you can read that caption there, and you'll see why I picked that up. These books tend to be pretty hilarious in that sexual innuendo sometimes, so I picked that one up, and it's in good shape, man. You don't find these in good shape too often, so got that. Next up, this is one that's a toughie to find out in a while. This is Marvel Team Up 137. Aunt May and Franklin Richards versus Galactus. This is a tough one. I've seen this one on the higher side of things. I'd say at least 50. So I was able to get this at $4. So I was like, yep, we'll take it. We will take it. Last time it was priced was in 2016. So I was like, yep, we'll take it. I'm gonna set this one off to the side because I need to put it in a loan box. And Mylar too. All right, next up we've got Transformers in Disguise. I got that just because it's the Constructicons on it. Number 1. Excuse me, for $1. I'm sorry, for $1. I said number 1. $1. Mine's tired. We have Captain America and Michelle Wright. Number 2 design variant. Nice and clean, and I like it. So, United States of Captain America. So that. Both of these were really big finds. I got these both at cover price amazingly. We've got Star Wars High Republic number 7, and then we've got Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 6, the retail incentive. Both of these I was able to obtain them at cover price, which is quite amazing in today's comic book market. So I was glad to Have gotten these. Got this little booger over at a flea market. It's not in the best of condition. It's a hard book. I would have to do some real pressing and cleaning. But this is probably one I wouldn't do too much with. I probably tuck it away. This is a Robotech Voltron #1. Apparently this is a little bit of a tough one to find. And so I was able to get this from a guy at a flea market for $1. He was at first, he was like, yeah, well, let's get it for $8. And I was like, no, I'm not paying $8 for a Robotech Voltron at a flea market. That ain't happening. And so I was ready to walk off, and dude was like, well, I'll tell you what, man, hey, how about $1? You could tell he just was just trying to get out of there at that point. Well, just, how about $1? I said, yeah, that'll work, man. So got it. Now, how the hell do you sell comic books at a flea market and at least doesn't try to have them in protective bag and boy, just have to throw it all over the place, you know? Pick this up. Noble calls this 37. You all know why I picked that up. You can just pretty much take a guess of why I picked that up. And $3. I said, yep, I'll pick it up. Next up, we have another. There it is. I knew I had another one there somewhere. Another Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme #1 variant cover. So I think I've got just about all of the variant covers for this. Well under what most folks are probably paying for those books. And we're just about there, y'all. We're just about there. We're almost at the end. Got a Marvel Fanfare 57, and we've got Marvel Fanfare 59. Just absolutely gorgeous artwork of Sheena. And so I think this is my second copy of both of these, if I'm not mistaken. And so we got them again. So if I see them, I tend to pick them up. These are just absolutely gorgeous covers. The artwork on those are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Got this little booger for $3.50. This is She-Hulk 23, and so I was actually collecting She-Hulk well before the boom in this series. So this was actually one of the few that I need to complete the run. So I'm just about at maybe 4 or 5 off from completing the run, and this was one of them. So got it at $3.50, and was thrilled to have obtained that at that price. And we are just about there. Let's see all these. Here we go. We got this one here for that price for $9.50. Actually, this is Catwoman 70. It's Adam Hughes, red on black, and top of the line, good condition. So I was like, you know what, $10 for a book that probably should be worth more than that because of the red alone and in that grade. Like, yeah, we'll go ahead and get that. So that's actually going to get off and get graded. So I'm actually glad I pulled some of these out, because some of these are books I need to get sent out to get graded. So I'm got to go get me a short box today so I can stick these books in. So I got a ton. So just glad to have gotten that and added to the collection. All right, next up, we're almost there. Just hold tight. Let me sit this over in my to get graded pile. This is another one I've got to put in the to get graded pile. This is The Amazing Mary Jane #1. J. Scott Campbell is store exclusive. Shout out to my buddy. He knows who he is. He watches the channel. He hooked me up with this, man. I appreciate you, bro. Got this at a good deal. And I'm a bit, everybody knows I'm an 80s baby, so of course I have real nostalgic ties to anything that's 80s. And so when I saw this cover from J. Scott Campbell, I tried to order it, but it was already sold out. So I saw it at his store, but he's an 80s baby too. And so and I guarantee, I didn't even ask him, but I guarantee this is why he bought it. But you know, I was like, you know what, I like that Flashdance feel to it. So I was like, you know what, I'll pick that up. And so I was able to get that one and add it to the collection. So, and it's actually autographed by me as well. It does come with the certificate of authenticity. If a see a grade, those two are tough, too toughies to find out in the wild. So I was glad to have been able to obtain these two. Had to do a little, especially this one. This one here is a little bit of a tough one, and that was a tough one. But both of these are really kind of on the tough side to find a high grade. So I was glad to have found both of those in decent grade. Both of these will probably be, I'd say, probably at least a 5 and a 4, and at least maybe even with a pressing. Yeah, with a pressing on this one, probably maybe even a 6. And last but not least, a book that I was just elated to have found. And this was like recently priced, y'all. This was like recently priced. This was priced in the dollar bin, and so I was like, oh well, we'll take it. This is Prince and the New Power Generation. This is $1. Shout out to Big Remo, who was on our panel. Remo indicated that these books were actually on sale whenever Prince performed, so you could buy them at his concerts. So I'm not sure print wise what that means. So I don't know if there's a whole lot of these floating around, but I can tell you from me collecting, I have only seen one other one. Al has that one, and I actually saw that same book that Al has at the show at the Atlanta Comic Con, and that book was going at the Comic Con for about $350. So this one, I have no idea what this one goes for on the open market, but I know it's probably rare. So I was able to find it for $1, and even when I went to check it out, the person with the director was like, "Oh, I didn't know Prince even had a comic book." So, you know, take that for what it's worth. So, all right. Well, with that, this is a quick one. This is a quick hitter. I am out of here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is once again Matt from the Comic Hall Crew. Check us out, Instagram Comic Hall Crew, and make sure you hit that bell so that you can get these notifications on our hauls. Al's got a haul coming. X has done two huge hauls. I've got the Atlanta Comic Con haul up, and we've also got more hauls on the way. And I'll probably have an Atlanta Comic Convention mini haul. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot of heavy spending there, but we'll may have a mini haul coming up soon from that. We've got other stuff in store. We'll be back on the 21st on the Comic Hall Crew. And make sure you stay locked in right here so that you don't miss the goodies here on the Comic Hall Crew. I am Matt. Once again, I am out. That's my haul, and that's all I got for you. We're out. Peace.